What's up, guys? This is Bridge from Doink Sports, and today I'm going to give you an overview of our player prop breakdown. The player prop breakdown is the most detailed, most in-depth, and probably the most important tool that Doink Sports has to offer to aid your research and find good sports bets. So diving in here, I'm looking at CeeDee Lamb. We have the Cowboys-Eagles game. Spread is Philadelphia is favored by 8.5. You can look at all the game lines up at the top, but I'm looking at CeeDee Lamb on the Cowboys on the left, and then on the right I'm looking at the Philadelphia defense against wide receivers ones. So just starting on the left side here, I'm looking at CeeDee Lamb, and this is just his game log table, but you'll see the reds and greens, and I'll get to that in a minute. So at the bottom of the table, we're showing you his live odds. So he is plus 145 to score a touchdown. His reception line is 6.5, etc., etc. And the rows of his game log table are going to be colored based on whether or not he went over or under his odds. So 6.5 receptions, the hit rate row shows 7 of the last 10 games. He went over 6.5 receptions, so you'll see 7 greens in this column. Or we could go over here and look at all of last season. He went 8 out of 15. You can filter for last 30, last 5, whatever you want. Up here, you're going to have more filters that you can play with. So they're playing in prime time. You could select the prime time filter and see how he's performed in prime time games. Now going over to the right side, it's the same exact format. You'll have the same odds at the bottom, same coloring, but instead of CeeDee Lamb's games, you'll see wide receiver ones against Philadelphia. CeeDee Lamb is the wide receiver one on Dallas, so we want to see how other wide receiver ones have done against the Eagles. So you'll see guys like Xavier Worthy, Terry McLaurin, Puka Nacua, kind of comparable players, so that we can try to find and exploit a weakness in the defense. So you can filter this side as well, just as you did on CeeDee Lamb's. How do the Eagles do against receivers in prime time? And then you really want to try to find either green on the left and green on the right, or if you're betting an under, red on the left, red on the right. And you want to play with these filters to try to get the most accurate information you can. For example, Dak Prescott was out for the second half of last season. And we want to look at games where CeeDee Lamb played with Dak Prescott. That's who's throwing him the ball. That's important. So here we have all the games with Dak Prescott for CeeDee. You can do the same stuff over here on the right with Philadelphia. So just an example stat here, 5 of the last 10 primetime games with Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb scored a touchdown, and in one game against the 49ers, we can check out the box score here, CeeDee scored 2 touchdowns. So the breakdown here is to give you a sense of what plays that you like. And once you do find a play, you can start to drill down what bet you want to make. So here's 73.5 receiving yards. It's offered at BetMGM here. You could select 74. You could go all the way up to 109.5. You'll see he went over that 5 of the last 10 games with Dak Prescott in prime time. And that's listed at plus 375 on Fanatics. So if you want to take that bet, you track it here. 5 of last 10 with Dak in prime time. Tracked. So that's an overview of our player prop breakdown. Hopefully this helps, and wishing you the best of luck betting this football season. Thanks.
Everybody just get down in the place to be. Forget your cares at the door, most definitely. That's right.